Sound check 1 2 3. Sound check 1 2 3.
the January 13th meeting of the Accessibility Committee for Persons with Disabilities. We are currently waiting for quorum, and we are now live. Thirteenth, 2026 meeting of the Accessibility Committee for Persons with Disabilities. Happy New Year. I will now commence a roll call. Please indicate your presence when I call your name. Ben Cullimore, Kara Hernold, Sarah Hand, Levi Genosi. I can't hear
Yes.
you, Levi. Oh, perfect.
Yes,
Thank
I'm
you very
here.
much. Leif Johansson. I need to hear you just once. I can't. It says he's unmuted. But, I'm sorry, Leif, we still can't hear you.
So you are showing as mute now, you are showing as unmuted now?
No, we still can't hear you.
You can see your lips moving. Okay, maybe
Okay.
we can move on. We see
Move
he's
on.
here.
Yeah, we'll see you here, and I hope you can fix that.
Here.
There we go.
Oh, perfect. Okay, Hargan. Don't see Hargan Carr. Paula Kilburn.
Yes, sir.
Very much. Jake Maurice. I don't see Jake. Mark McNeil.
Here.
Thank you. Jim Murphy? No. Kim Nolan and Tim Nolan. They sometimes show up late, so I'm going to circle them. Robert Westbrook?
Here.
Thank you. Councillor Mark Taddison?
Present.
Thank you. James Kemp? I'm here. Not used to my name actually being on the list. Okay, maybe staff present, please announce themselves with your position.
Tamara Bates, Legislative Coordinator, standing in for Carrie McIntosh.
Thank you.
Demi Blembruzon, Legislative Assistant.
Thank you.
Michelle Martin, Manager of Accessible Transportation Services.
Thank you very much.
Sunil
Owen
Langers,
Quinn.
Project Manager, Community Inclusion and Equity.
Thank you. And thank you very much, Owen. I got that.
Owen Quinn, yeah. Project Manager, Accessible Transportation. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Imogen Briggs, Placement Student.
Thank you very much. Okay, so now I will, oh, sorry, are there any other staff present? Seeing none. Call to order. As we have quorum present for today's meeting, I would like to call this meeting the Accessibility Committee for Persons with Disabilities to order. As well, a reminder that all electronic devices are to be switched to a non-audible function during committee meetings. Ceremonial activities. Elsie Bates will now read the Hamilton Land Acknowledgement.
The city of Hamilton is situated upon the traditional territories of the Erie Neutral Huron-Wendat, Haudenosaunee, and Mississaugas. This land is covered by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, which was an agreement between the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabeg to share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. We further acknowledge that this land is covered by the Between the Lakes Purchase 1792 between the Crown and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. Today, the city of Hamilton is home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, North America, and we recognize that we must do more to learn about the rich history of this land so that we can better understand our roles as residents, neighbors, partners, and caretakers.
Thank you, Elsie Bates. Approval of agenda. May I please have a mover and a seconder to approve the agenda as presented? Moved by Paula, seconded by Kara. Thank you. Are there any amendments to the agenda? Hearing none. All those in favor, all those opposed, no. What is it again? Favor? All those in favor of approving the agenda as presented? It's a little hard, but thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, good. Are there any opposed? None? I just don't think his hand came down. No, he's good. Yep, we're good. Okay, that was carried. Are there any declarations of interest? Hearing none, move on. May I please have a mover and a seconder to adopt the December 9th, 2025 minutes? Mover and a seconder. Moved by Levi, seconded by Kara. Thank you. Are there any discussion on the minutes of last month? I'm hearing none. So is there anyone opposed to adopting the minutes of December 9th, 2025? I'm seeing that. Okay, thank you. That's carried. Items for information. In the interest of time, we are going to hear all the items for information 7.1 to 7.9 and then receive them together at the end. I'm going to relinquish the chair to Paula.
Thank you, sir. I will take the chair.
Very much.
So we have built environment first.
Built environment did not meet in January. As I intimated, we're having some difficulties meeting with staff. Sunil and I are going to try and sort that out this month. Unfortunately, I was a little ill last month and didn't get a chance to get to it.
Okay, thank you. Housing working group.
Housing working group met and we discussed the 3 different versions of recent RCF reports. We had the strategic planning, P&A report, we have the KPMG financial review, and we have the Juravinsky report, all 3 reviewing different areas of residential care facilities. So we went through it and reviewed some of the similarities and differences. We also reviewed our findings with RCFs, and that report will be going to HWG at the next month to come to ACPD in February.
Thank you. Outreach Working Group.
Outreach Working Group, we worked a lot on the volunteer recruitment program, as you'll notice in a motion later on in the meeting. We also worked on setting up the website redesign. Unfortunately, our graphic design artist had a rough holiday as well and was ill, so we'll have to catch up a little bit for the next month on outreach on that particular issue.
Okay. So, strategic planning.
Unfortunately, I was having difficulty getting access to the Teams video to finish off the meeting notes. So this will have to be a verbal update. We had a great discussion. We met with Digital Accessibility Officer Jennifer Yonke. I was just hired on a 2-year contract with the City of Hamilton to bring the hamilton.ca website up in a level of accessibility. First, she's done an assessment of the accessible environments and highlighted the need to correct the 6,000 PDFs as one of our first steps to making them accessible. And we reviewed some of the steps involved in the process of making a PDF accessible. And I believe she said there was 12 different steps involved in taking a current PDF and making it accessible. So it's going to take a little bit of time. She's also working on a sort of a digital framework for accessibility across all the different pages of the website. We also discussed our own websites, and Jennifer discussed some insights on how to make our website more accessible. So I really did appreciate that conversation. I believe Jennifer should be coming in February to ACPD to give a full report to the committee, and I think you'll all enjoy that conversation as much as we did. We also briefly reviewed the TOR with respect to the CLG review, the Community Liaison Group review. And as we determined earlier, there isn't much that we can change with regards to the terms of reference, but we are going to be doing a terms of reference review as this is an election year. We're going to be doing the terms of reference and the document that specifies what committee members have required of them. So that should be updated sometime this year, later on mid-year, I guess. And we also discussed emergency services. In the next few months, strategic planning will be having discussions with emergency services on a variety of issues, from wheelchair scooter breakdown rescue to IPV education to fire procedures for people with social and sensory disabilities like autism, and a couple of other things. So we're looking forward to having those conversations with emergency services in this year. And I think that's about what we talked about.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Transportation Working Group. Well, that's
I'm gonna take back the
Take
chair.
back the chair.
Thanks very
Thank
much,
you.
Paula.
You're welcome. Transportation Working Group. Well, we didn't meet in December, and I had no computer through December to do anything with. I was trying to do everything on my old computer and it didn't work. So we don't have any notes from the November meeting. And actually, I wasn't even there. So I really can't talk to what was discussed. But I do have Michelle's notes and the other lady that came from the taxi licensing and bylaws. So I will send them out probably tomorrow. Sorry about that, guys.
Thank you very much, Paula. Now I have 7.5A, Accessible Transportation Services Performance Review, Q3 2025.
Thanks.
Oh, sorry,
sorry.
Michelle. Did you want me to give a brief presentation, Mr. Chair?
Yes, I was just letting the group know that that's what you were going to do. Thanks, Owen. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Okay, folks. I'm going to share my screen, and I'll just highlight on the key findings, and then if you have any questions, Michelle and I can certainly answer those after. So just sorry, bear with me. I'm going to share. Try to connect here. Okay. Okay. Tell me if that is on the screen. This is the Q3 2025 ATS performance report.
I
Okay,
can see that.
so if we go to slide 2, is that okay, Mr.
I
Chair?
can see that, yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so the first slide looks at system demand by mode. So this is shared ride versus taxi script. Shared ride being darts. Unfortunately, we didn't have data for taxi script for Q3. So overall, it's been pretty consistent when we look at Q1, Q2 of last year, 2025, compared to Q3, 2024 for the whole year. The bulk of the demand is for darts, like 95, 97% of demand is for darts. The remaining 3 to 5% is taxi script. Okay, so that's the first figure. Second slide, this one talks about trips denied. So if we look at the denial rate, for 2025 Q1, Q2, Q3, it was consistently about 2.6% of trips denied by darts. So it's slightly higher. It is higher than 2024 stats. Q1, Q2, Q3 of 2024, it was around 2%. So that's sort of where the denial rate stands. Now the next slide, this has been pretty consistent. This is applications approved for service. So in terms of the applications submitted, persons applying for darts and taxi script, what we're seeing is consistent rates for 2025 compared to 2024. About 92, 93% of applications submitted are approved. So it just illustrates people that really do need the service are eligible. So the next slide. This one shows the darts call center. What it's shown for 2025 across the first 3 quarters, we've seen an improvement. We've seen an improvement in service level where DART staff answering calls, within 5 minutes. It was over 70% in terms of the rate, which was higher than 2024, which was below 70%. So there's been improvement in that area of darts. The next slide, this deals with late trips. So looking at darts late trips, for 2025, Q1 and Q2, the late trips were fairly significant. Like there were about 2,500 trips per quarter were late. There's been some improvement in Q3. Late trips have dropped below the 2,000 mark for the quarter, which was good to see. So this is getting back to the levels observed in Q3 of 2024. So there has been improvement in Q3 for darts late trips. The next slide, on-time performance. So this has been pretty well for Q3. It's actually improved. The on-time performance rate is almost back to 99%, which is where it was for Q3 of 2024, sorry, which is close to the industry best practice of 99%. So there's definitely been improvement with darts on-time performance in Q3 of 2025. So that was good. The next slide. This one shows complaints and accommodations, like compliments per 1,000 trips. So, excuse me, what we've seen in Q3 of 2025, we've actually there was an increase in complaints. However, overall, if we look at Q3 2025 year to date compared to Q3 2024 year to date, the number of complaints per 1,000 trips has improved. It's below three complaints per 1,000 trips. So there's been improvement in Q3 of 2025. Accommodations has been consistent. If we look at Q3 2025 compared to Q3 2024, we're seeing, you know, a similar, it's about 0.6 accommodations per 1,000 trips. So those are the key highlights. And I thank you for listening. What Michelle and I would be happy to take questions for anyone who has questions. Thanks.
Thanks very much, Owen. I believe we have Mark McNeil up first.
Yeah, referring to slide 3, I think you called it slide 2, but it's labeled as slide 3. Do you have any numbers for those people who don't bother to wait for the 5 minutes or who hang up without using the dial 1 to leave an alternate number or a callback?
Oh, the hangouts.
I know I asked about this
Yeah,
before.
actually, Mark, let me check. The data we get from darts, it's pretty specific. So, sorry, your question again was how many people,
How many
like
people hang
abandon
up
the call?
without waiting?
Hang up.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, Mark, we do have that data. Let me pull it up. Let me just give you some information on that. Sorry, bear with me. I'm just pulling up the report.
Through the
But
chair,
we
I do have it. I do have it
Oh,
ready,
Michelle,
Owen,
thank
if
you,
you want.
Michelle. Michelle might have those.
Sure.
I think they're
So-
called abandoned calls, correct, Michelle?
That's correct, and it is table 7 in the body of the report itself. So we have an abandoned rate of year-to-date Q3 2025 of 17.75% of calls, inbound calls, are abandoned. And 11% of those are abandoned after more than 30 seconds. They track that because that, you know, if it's less than 30 seconds, that sort of indicates that maybe people are calling, hanging up, you know, to try to get into the queue.
Right.
But the calls over 30, abandoned after more than 30 seconds is 17.75% year-to-date Q3.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Any other questions for Michelle or Owen? Paula? You just muted yourself, Paula.
There you go. Do we know how many people actually use the callback item on the phone?
Michelle or Owen?
Through the chair, I'll take that one. I don't have those stats here. I haven't asked darts for that report, but I can see if that is available in their call center reporting.
It'd just be interesting to know whether
Sure.
people are actually using it, right?
Yes, the automated callback feature that you can choose.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking
I
about.
find it's great, so, you know, I don't have to sit with a phone at my ear, so. Yeah, okay, thank you. Oh, and Michelle, the other thing I was gonna ask you was the one that you were doing where you called ATS calls and says that the ride will be there in 10 minutes. Are you still doing that one?
That is a darts function, the 10-minute call ahead.
is it? I
ATS
thought it
adds
was
it to the
yours.
profile. Well, ATS adds the request to the profile, but it is darts that accomplishes the call. Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you. See,
still in
I learned
place.
something. I should know these things, but anyway.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay, next I believe we have Leaf.
Hi, I was just wondering for the darts report, is there a consideration of like time that's late by the minutes when it comes to arrival? It could be like either less than 15 minutes or greater than half hour latest. I was wondering if that would be considered in the reports.
Through the chair, I believe that question also came up at the Transportation Working Group, and we can look into getting a more refined count of lates. As you know, or as defined in the report, what is counted as late for the purposes of this report, as agreed upon, I think many years back, well before my time, is more than 15 minutes past the end of the pickup window. But certainly, we take complaints for late trips if they are less than that, and we can get at that data as well for a future report.
Thank you. That is all for my question.
Thank you, Leaf. Mark, is it your hand still up?
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to ask if that 17% could be added into a separate slide in the report. Just that if you have, I don't know how many calls in a quarter, and 17% of them are abandoned after 30 seconds, I think that should play into the performance, at least visually. And that callback feature is extremely handy. Although I wait to see how long the queue is first before I use it. So that's a good one.
Through the chair, we can certainly add that to the slide, or we can break it out in a separate slide. We can talk at the Transportation Working Group about what the preference is for accessibility of information.
Okay. Any other questions for Michelle? No, I have a few. Paula, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, sir. What would your questions be?
First off, there's some confusion. What happened in Q3? Some of the bar graphs weren't complete, missing information, duplicated.
Oh, that was the taxi script information?
Yeah, there's a couple of bar graphs that Q3 2025 was duplicated.
It was duplicated?
Well, it said Q3, and then it said Q3 2025 year to date. Why was there two different?
Oh, there's Q3, the count for the quarter itself, and then the overall count for all quarters to date, end of the quarter. That's what it's not a duplication, it's just a different way of presenting the information. One is the quarter itself, and one is year to date across all quarters up to the end of Q3.
Excellent, thank you. You mentioned levels of application approved. Do we have data on the levels of service approved, like how many people have been given this conditional and unconditional sort of thing?
Yes, through the chair, that is table 6 of the report. It is broken down there.
Okay.
Unconditional, conditional, temporary visitor.
Perfect, I just missed that. Thank you very much. Now, okay, I have a couple of other questions that aren't quite related to the Q3 report, so I think I'll stop now and make sure everybody's done their questions on Q3 before I ask the other questions.
Okay, thank you. You take back the chair.
I'll take back the chair. Does anybody else have any questions on the Q3 report? Okay, now proceed.
I'll take back the chair then.
Well, I'm just going to ask.
I'm sorry, can you clarify the question? What do you mean by moving?
For privacy issues come up this month, as well as the Sunflower campaign and the motion we put forward in the spring. I just have a question. I wasn't planning to answer that.
Yep, no, you can answer the questions if you're moving to direct staff to come back with information.
Thanks.
Yeah, so then you can put that on the floor now or at the appropriate time and direct staff to report back with the information that you're looking for, and you'll need a seconder, of course.
Thank you. So then just to qualify, I'm going to wrap up this presentation first before we do that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so then outdoor spaces and parklands working group updates. I don't think there's a verbal update, and Tim and Kim are not here, so we will move on.
We haven't
from
had
that.
a meeting in I don't know how long.
Yeah. Okay, so then can I have a mover to and seconder to receive items 7.1 through to 7.5? Or 7.6, I guess. Is there any discussion? Oh, sorry, Mark? Yeah. And seconder?
Move.
Seconder is Paula. Mark and Paula. Is there anybody opposed to receiving the items? I'm seeing none, then that's carried. Excellent. So now the next step is
Yes, so you'll relinquish the chair and then put a motion on the floor for that report back.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so I will relinquish the chair, Paula.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead with whatever you're going to do.
Thank you very much. I just have a few questions, and I'm not expecting anybody on the spot. That's why I want to ask it this way. This month, there was the Privacy Commissioner report, the privacy report that came back on the darts incident. And I know that some people were a little bit concerned about privacy at the time. I'm not asking for details, but I am asking for steps to prevent in the future for the next meeting.
Certainly through the chair, I'll make a note of that information is expected back, and the Auditor General's report is being tabled at AFNA, Audit, Finance and Administration, on Friday.
Excellent, thank you.
Thursday, sorry.
Okay, second question is on the Sunflower program. Specifically, what is now different in your training or operators compared to before the Sunflower program was out? Also, a question on the advertising campaign as well.
Through the chair, I'll bring that back to customer experience and innovation, and they can answer the questions.
Excellent, thank you. And the last question I had was, sorry, I'm just having a brain fade
So,
here.
sorry, James, just to confirm, you're looking for a report back for all of these things?
Well, auditor, it doesn't have to be a full-on report, just giving us information at the next meeting on these issues, so it can be audible.
Okay, so then I think we're going to invite them.
Okay.
Rather than have them report back, invite staff to come and be prepared to answer these questions.
Okay, excellent. Okay. And then the third question, and I've totally drawn a blank. It was we put a motion through in the spring on creating a program along the lines of the Fair Assist. I have questions on what exactly was HSR's response? What did they do to see that motion through?
Through the chair, I'll communicate that to the appropriate HSR staff.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, James. Are you done, sir?
Well, do I have to move this now?
What do I do? Is this a motion or is it a?
Yes, Paula, if you would like to, through you, if James would like to formally invite these staff members to speak to those particular items. So he's moved that, he's put it forward as a motion. So we need a seconder and then a vote.
Okay. Can I have a seconder then for James's motion?
And I see Levi's hand. Levi.
Yeah, I'll second.
Okay.
Okay, so just to confirm.
Yes.
So we're having, staff is going to be invited to the next possible ACPD in the future. They might not be able to come next time, to respond to questions, A, about the privacy report and darts incident, 2, about the Sunflower program, and 3, about the motion related to Fair Assist, which I don't have the details of in front of me.
Right. And that was presented by James and seconded by Mark.
Seconded by Levi.
Oh, Levi? Sorry, I thought it was Mark. Sorry, Levi. So we need a vote. So anybody against the motion?
I see none, Paula.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
So
motion
that's carried.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Then I will take back the chair.
You may have it, sir. It's a very, very movable chair, this.
Well, you're going to have to take it back in a second anyways. Don't get going. Okay, we're on to motion. So I will again relinquish the chair.
Okay, and this motion is to recruit volunteers for the Accessibility Committee for Persons with Disabilities Working Groups. Can you, this is James's motion. Do you have a seconder, James?
I do not yet.
Okay.
Councillor Taddison has agreed to second.
Okay, good. Thank you, Councillor Taddison. Okay, would you like to present your motion, please, sir?
Certainly, it's brief. I kind of gave everybody the gist of it in the proposal last month. Recruitment of volunteers to the Accessibility Committee for Persons with Disabilities Working Groups, whereas the Accessibility Committee for Persons with Disabilities, ACPD, is having difficulty achieving its goals and would like to recruit more residents of Hamilton to participate in its working groups in order to have the best representation of all disabilities, as well as utilize their additional skill sets and available time. Whereas ACPD is proposing an advertisement campaign to announce the committee's needs to the public to recruit volunteers to the ACPD working groups. Therefore, be it resolved that the Accessibility Committee for Persons with Disabilities be authorized to recruit additional volunteers to the ACPD working groups by executing the media plan attached as Appendix A and utilizing the media attached as Appendix B. That the ACPD use reserve funds from account 112212 with an upset limit of $2,000 to carry out the recruitment campaign for working groups, and that the ACPD Outreach Working Group be directed to oversee the recruitment campaign for working groups and report back to the ACPD at the end of the campaign. Would you like me to read out the plan, or are we good with that?
I don't know. Would people like James to read the plan on?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, do we have any questions about the motion? Don't shake your head because I can't see it.
I don't see any, Paula, and although Levi is sitting up attentively. Levi, did you have a question? No, he's shaking his head no. So no questions.
Okay, so I will take a vote then. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to say all in favor of the motion.
All right, and just Leaf.
Just Leaf
And Kara? Yes, I see your hand, Kara.
You gonna raise your hand, Leaf, or thumbs up? Yeah.
Yep,
okay.
perfect. Thank you. That's everyone.
Okay, so it carries?
Yep.
Very good. Good job, James. Thank you.
Thank you. On a side note, the middle advertisement was done by James Jr. He felt that my advertising campaigns were too old and stuffy. So he did one himself. Okay.
Old and stuffy. Okay. I like it.
Next up is general information. Is there any general information or other business people would like to bring up at this time? I have one thing. Mark, you go first.
Yeah, I just want to apologize for not getting the motion to you for the honorarium for the work to do with related to ACPD and the accessibility fair, but I do have a draft done now. I was pretty ill in the past 3 weeks, so I never got around to it until this Sunday.
I completely understand, Mark. Many of us are having a rough December and early January. Yes. I quite understand. So thank you very much for that. Any other business? Seeing none, I'm going to hand back the chair to Paula for a moment.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'll have the chair.
Thank you. I just want to congratulate Paula on becoming the newest member of the Order of Hamilton. We're receiving it on Saturday at Sackville Senior Center, so congratulations. Excellent work.
Thank you. You can make me cry.
You deserved it. Okay, and I don't have any other business at this time, so I think I will adjourn it at, 4:39. That was an excellent meeting, everybody. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. No, anything to say, Councillor Taddison?
Thank you for running such an efficient meeting.
Thank you. No, it's all a group effort.